Hey there, first grade. How's everybody doing today? And welcome back to another remote learning math lesson with Mr. Enzi. Today, we're going to take a look at some numbers and how a number can have many different names, just like Mr. Enzi. Today, you're going to need your whiteboard and your dry erase marker because I'm about to shrink myself into the corner. Today, we are going to be doing grade 1, lesson 6.9, introducing name collection boxes. You will need your whiteboard and your dry erase marker. Now, Mr. Enzi has a lot of different names, so I want to show you some of my names. One of my names, when I'm at Wedgwood School, is called Mr. Enzi. I'm the math teacher. That's my name. But when I'm home, people don't call me Mr. Enzi. When I'm home, people call me Dominic because that's my first name. And when I'm hanging out with my niece and my nephew, they don't call me Mr. Enzi. They don't call me Dominic. They call me Uncle Dom because I'm their uncle. And then, when I'm hanging out with my friends, right, and we're dancing and partying, they don't call me Dominic or Mr. Renzi or Uncle Dom. They call me Renz because that's my nickname. And then if I was coaching baseball, they wouldn't call me Renz or Uncle Dom. They would call me Coach. So I can have lots of different names, and all those names mean me. Well, a number can also have lots of different names. Let's take a look. Today, we are going to be learning about something called a name collection box. In my name collection box, I had Mr. Renzi, Dominic, Uncle Dom, Coach, and Renz. Well, in a name collection box in math, it's a box to show the many ways to make a given number. So let's use our whiteboard and let's name the number 10. Lots of different ways together. So get your whiteboard ready, and I want you to write the number 10 in the corner of your whiteboard. Because this name collection box that we are going to make is all about the number 10. So I could make the number 10 using tally marks. Tally marks can name the number 10. Let's draw 10 tally marks on our whiteboard. Now, we don't want to draw it too big because we're going to be putting a lot of things in our name collection box. So let's do our 10 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure you close that gate every 5. We can also name the number 10 using a domino. Oof. Let's draw a little domino in our name collection box. My domino is a rectangle that it has a line through the middle, and then there's some dots. And my dots have to add up to 10. So my domino is going to have 5 dots on the top, and it's going to have 5 dots on the bottom, because that will make 10 dots. So I showed the number 10 using a domino. Now I can also name the number 10 using addition facts. Now we know our friends of 10. So I want you to write down some friends of 10 in your name collection box. Oh, I'm going to write 3 plus 7. I don't need to put equals 10 because it's in my 10 box, so I know it equals 10. Oh, 6 plus 4 equals 10. There are ways to name 10. 9 plus 1. 8 plus 2. So I added some addition facts that add up to 10. Now we can also use subtraction facts that add up to 10. I want to show you on my number line how I can find a subtraction fact for 10. Since my answer is 10, I can pick any number bigger than it. Any number I want that's bigger. I could pick the number 11. Start at 11, count back 1. So my subtraction fact would be 11 minus 1. And I landed on 10. Now I could start at the number 12. And since my answer is 10, 1, 2. Start at 12, count back 2. I could start at the number 13. Since my answer is 10, I just have to hop to the number 10. 1, 2, 3. Start at 13, count back 3. And I'll equal the number 10. So a number line will really help me to come up with subtraction problems. It will also help with addition problems because I can start at any number and do the same thing. 7, how many hops to get to 10? 3. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. So keep that in mind when you want to come up with some addition and subtraction names for a number. So far we've done tally marks, we did a domino, we did addition, we did subtraction, but we could also use our little counters, our dots. Let's show 10 dots. I'm going to make mine look like an invisible 10 frame. Ooh, that's fancy. An invisible 10 frame means that you only see the 10 frame in your mind. Here it is. You can see all those little frames. So a counter will work. Counters. I can also use a clock. Now I can't use a clock all the time, but if the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11, I could make a clock. So let's do a clock. Let's make that circle. And then I'm going to write where the number 10 would be on a clock. And I'm going to put my hour hand pointing to the 10. I just named the number 10 another way. I can also use base 10 blocks, longs and cubes. Now, to make the number 10, all I need is a long. So I'm going to draw one long, because my long is worth 10. Wow! And another way that I could name the number 10 is by writing it in word form. I can spell it out. T-N. T-E-N. 10. Wow, I named the number 10 in math using tally marks, dominoes, addition, subtraction, counters, a clock, base 10 blocks, and I wrote it in word form. Whew. We could also use money. A dime equals 10 cents. So I could have a dime in my name collection box. Lots of ways to name a number in math. Awesome job. Go ahead and erase your whiteboard. Now this is a little bit different. Mr. Renzi has a name collection box that I'm showing you. Our box is all about the number 9. But I made some mistakes. Some of these names do not belong. Which names do not belong? Well, I'm going to tell you that there are 3 names that do not belong. And here's how we check. The first thing we have to do is we have to solve every little problem. So I'm going to start with some of the ones that I know. I can count tally marks very easily. So how many tally marks do we have? Well, let's check. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I'm going to write a little 9 next to it just so I know. That equals 9. So far, the tally marks are good. Let's take a look at 1 less than 10. 1 less than 10. 9. So I'm going to write a little 9 next to this one. Let's count our little X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So far, so good. They all equal 9. Now I have some adding and subtraction problems, and I might need a number line for this. So let's start with our first one. 19 minus 10. Well, I can have my number line start at 19 and hop back 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where did I land? We landed on the number 9. So I'm going to write that little 9 there because I want to find all of those names that equal 9 and the ones that do not equal 9. So now our next problem is 15 minus 7. Let's take a look. Start at 15, subtract 7. Count back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I landed on 8. I found one that does not belong. 15 minus 7 equals 8. That's not a name for 9. Let's take a look at the next one. Now the next one says 3 plus 3 plus 3. Let's see. I could start at 3, add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And then add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And I landed on the number 9. So that equals 9. That's a name for 10. The next number model is 8 plus 0. Anything plus 0 equals itself. So this equals 8. That does not equal 9. There's 2 mistakes. We need to find one more. Here's our last one. 5 plus 4 plus 1. Now I know 4 plus 1 equals 5. And 5 plus 5 equals 10. So this equals 10, not 9. I found another one that does not belong. So you can see that sometimes we have to be a detective and find the names that do not belong. Awesome job. Today, we learned about name collection boxes and how a number can have many different names. It could have a tally mark name and a domino name, addition and subtraction number models, Oh my goodness, and counters, and base 10 blocks, and money, and clocks, and on and on and on. You're going to have some activities to practice name collection boxes. And I can't wait to see how smart you are.